Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's Beer Reviews. Hope you're doing well today. I have got a porter for you, and it's that time of year again, isn't it? Christmas is round the corner and a couple of the supermarkets are acting suitably and getting in festive beers. And this is the first one that I've seen on my travels. It's in Sainsbury's and it is a bottle of their Christmas porter. Coming in at 5.2% ABV. This one has been brewed exclusively for Sainsbury's by Eagle Brewery from Bedford. 500ml bottle, £1.80 I paid for this. Have a look at the artwork. We've got Santa Claus being hidden by a pint of a dark ale. So yeah, described with dark fruit, sweet plum and chocolate. £1.80. It's got a load of spiel on the back. It's part of their Sainsbury's Taste the Difference range, you can see there. Let's read the spiel. It says, "'Tis the season to be jolly. This Christmas porter is made using Challenger, Fuggles and Goldings hops with chocolate malt and rolled oats and offers flavours of plum, raisin and nutmeg with a buttery afternote. Enjoy with your family and friends during the festive period. The porter is also the perfect drink to leave out for Santa on Christmas Eve with mince pies and carrots for his reindeer. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas." So yeah, 180 Christmas porter. It doesn't have much in the way of ingredients because it's one of them beers that's been brewed for a supermarket. A lot of them tend not to bother. It does say that it contains barley and oats, so I'm guessing there's going to be a bit of body to this one, which isn't a bad thing in a porter. It's not too much. So let's get this Christmas porter out of the bottle into a glass. Not a great deal popping out on me on the aroma from the bottle. Going to try and give it a slightly vigorous pour. It looks alright so far. Developing ahead. It's really developing ahead. I'm going to get all that in there. Oh, okay. Leave that there so we can see the artwork. I quite like that. It certainly jumped off the shelf at me as I was walking down the beer aisle at Sainsbury's. I noticed that straight away. I thought, that's new. That's new. But as using the glass, there is the tiniest bit of red bleeding through at the very bottom of the glass, but I don't think you're going to quite make that out in this light. I can see it from my end. I've got some bulbs in front of me. There's the tiniest bit. Other than that, it's jet black, and it's got a solid 2-finger, slightly foamy looking tan head on it. Yeah, gentle carbonation. You can hear it, but you can't see it. Let's stick my snout in, see what the aroma's telling us. Smells like sweets. Subtle dark fruit I'm getting on the aroma, but it's almost like a candied dark fruit. Like if get my bearings here. It's a strange aroma. It's slightly sweet, slightly fruity. Slight vanilla on the aroma as well. Not really getting roasted malts, not really getting much of coffee or anything like that. It's candied sweets. It's fruit. It's fruity sweets. It's like artificial fruit sweets. And the tiniest bit of a vanilla with that. I think I might get a little bit more from the taste on this one. The aroma's not giving too much away. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. There's a bit of chocolate. It tastes a bit. The body's very good on it. Let me get that out of the way. The body's good. It's coats the palate. It's a slightly roasted malt, bitter finish to it. Nothing up front. Then there's a mid-palate, there's like a rush of roasted malts, a bit of bitterness. It's got a bit of carbonation on it. Well carbonated, roasted malt, chocolate malt, chocolatey finish, bitter, roasted malt, chocolatey finish, bit of hoppiness, and it lingers for a bit. And there's this really gentle, slightly artificial tasting sweetness to it all the way. Took me a few sips to kind of figure out what it was doing. It's all roasted malt, chocolate malts, slightly warming finish. It's very thin. It does enough to coat the palate. It is very thin, even for a porter. It's very thin. There's a subtle light fruity flavour to it. There's nothing Christmassy about this beer. I've got to say that. I expected the roasted malt character. I expected a little bit of body. There's no winter spice to it. There's no sort of cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, anything like that. I'm not really getting any of that. I'm getting a bit of it in the aroma. Like I said, there's quite a sweet aroma to it. In fact, the more I smell it, the more pleasant it's becoming. It is starting to take on a sort of festively spiced aroma. Subtle fruitcake vibes with it. I'm just not getting it on the flavour. It's all very subtle until the mid palate, and then you get a rush of roasted malts and chocolate, hoppy bitterness. It's all at the back end for me. It's a subtle sweetness, subtle fruity sweetness. Not enough in the way of spices to give this a festive edge. This for me is just a bit of a run-of-the-mill, bog-standard porter, if I'm honest. It's not terrible by any stretch, but I mean, goodness me, most of you would have had better. That fruitiness is not strong enough. It's not pronounced enough. You need dark fruits. I need spice. On a festive porter, there's got to be a kick to it. There's got to be a little bit more in the sweetness. The sweetness is on there. It's almost like a strawberry milkshake type flavour. A subtle strawberry milkshake, milky, with a subtle bit of fruitiness to it. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like a dark fruit, or it's a berry fruited milkshake with a bit of roasted malt and chocolate malt at the back end, a bit of hoppy bitterness. It's not doing anything festive for me. This is not, in my eyes, for me, this is not a festive beer. Where's the spice? Where's the fruitcake vibes? It's a bit thin. It's a bit... yeah, it's a bit of an anticlimax. A bit like Christmas Day. We all look forward to Christmas, and then Christmas Day comes, and then once you've had your dinner, it's over, isn't it, really? Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. But they've gone to the effort with the artwork and all that, and, you know, brandishing Christmas all over it. You expected a little bit of spice, a little bit of a festive kick, and it never quite comes with this beer, unfortunately. It's not terrible. It's drinkable enough. I wouldn't even say it's a particularly good porter. It's not a good Christmas porter, that's for sure. Unfortunately, it just doesn't do what it says on the bottle, right? So I can't really give it a good score. It's drinkable, but you all have had a better porter than that. I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10 because it's drinkable. It's all right, but it's not a good Christmas porter, unfortunately. So 4.5 out of 10 for me for Eagle Brewery's Christmas Porter, exclusively available in Sainsbury's. Go check it out if it sounds like your kind of thing. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Give it a thumbs up if you have. And until my next one, you take care.